Hi guys, my name is David, and this is my presentation on Catalina Island Marine Institute. They are owned by a larger company called Guided Discoveries. I currently work for CME, which is a small branch inside of Guided Discoveries called Catalina Island Marine Institute. To give you a little bit of history on Catalina, it used to be owned by the Wrigley Company. If you know the chewing gum, they also own the Cubs, the baseball team. Um, in the 70s, they were only interested in Avalon, which is where they made most of their money. I actually learned a very interesting fact about the camps that CME owns and Guided Discoveries operates within, and they used to only pay $1 for these beautiful coves and bays that they run their camps in, which is absolutely insane. It's just crazy that that's just what Wrigley charged them. So once the founder, the older Wrigley, passed away, the kids didn't know what to do with the island, and they weren't really keen on just leasing out all of the bays for $1. So they ended up, or the Catalina Island Conservancy became an organization, was founded, and they actually sold 88% of the island to them, or gave it to them, and the Conservancy decided that they could not run their organization without charging more. So now what we currently have is they pay a lease. This place that I'm working at right now, which is Toyon Bay, is run as a summer program right now, which is a STEM-based science and marine, kind of like school. It teaches kids. We do a whole lot of things from learning about the ocean with kayaking and paddleboarding and scuba diving and sailing, to going on hikes and learning about the different wildlife on the island. If you didn't know, there's bison here on the island, which is insane. It's actually from a movie that they filmed here, and they just left the bison here, so now they're not native, but they have so many generations of bison that now they just live here and they roam around. It's kind of crazy. There's also the Catalina Island fox, which is an endangered animal that lives here on the island, and all the kids just learn about all of that. But to get more into it, CME specifically, and we're going to go into Toyon Bay, which is where I work, was founded by two teachers. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember their names, but their son is the current CEO of the company. He has ran these programs under their philosophy of learning through outdoor experiences as opposed to learning indoors, where kids can come here and learn about all these marine sciences and actually just be kids in general, and do it in an environment that is different than your normal school-based learning programs. So that's like kind of what their values are. A lot of the values, one of the things we say here is FTK, for the kids. So the organizational structure here is basically built around the kids. Like if you were to think about it, like in our chapter, one of our chapter readings, we were learning about like the internal environments, and our like main focus is the kids, and then after the kids it's the employees and everything, and then it's our external environment. Something interesting about the company that we didn't actually learn in our class, but that I learned through talking to the CFO, Mish. He explained to me that they run a matrix organizational chart, which is actually one of the most complicated organizational charts that a company can run under. And it's virtually like, if you want to picture a graph going across and down, where we have like right now, Guided Discoveries runs 3 camps. We have Toyon Bay, Cherry Cove, Fox Landing. Under those 3 are all of our directors. So these directors all see different aspects of all three. So like, for example, our our staff kitchen director, the one who makes all our food, she travels every day from here to Fox Landing to run the kitchens because she runs it across the board. So that's a lot of how it works. Our COO does virtually the same thing. I actually just talked to him earlier. He gave me a lot of really cool information, like the dollar lease back in the 70s. And his job is more based on fixing the boats, any kind of operations, management, fixing things, maintenance, anything like that. It's kind of a smaller run company, I would say. They are one of the few to run school-based programs during the year. So Catalina is actually, as you would think, if you think of the Catalina wine mixer, during the summer, it's busy. That's when everyone wants to come to the islands, when it's nice and sunny and you want to come here and you want to go diving, you want to camp, you want to do all the fun things. But during the fall, like in the middle of January, you're not thinking about coming to Catalina Island. So that's kind of the industry and market they're in, is they run a school year program as opposed to the Boy Scouts and the YMCA, who also lease Cherry Cove and Fox Landing during off seasons. So Guided Discoveries banks on their ability to run these programs during the school year and their networks with the schools to keep their programs running currently. Another main leader at this place is he's our camp director. His name's Paul, and he's actually what I want to get into my inspiration as to why I chose this place. And I'm actually just gonna show you, I'm gonna walk out my back door and just show you a bit of why I'm inspired to talk about this place, and I'll tell you a little bit about Paul. So this is my back door. That's the ocean. Those are all the kayaks. That right there is the dive deck. Behind it's the sail deck. Those are the boats. This is an invertebrate lab. Back here are sharks. And basically just like, how could you not want to live in a place like this and work with kids that you inspire and make an impact on every day? And that's kind of the speech Paul gave my first week here about FTK for the kids, and explaining that you can make a difference in kids' lives through unique opportunities in science. It's crazy to wake up every day and be 15 feet from the ocean. I've seen more sharks here than I ever have in my life. I can't even begin to really explain how inspired I am to work and even give a presentation on this place. And I hope it interested you. And another real quick, interesting fun fact for you is that the dive director here comes to Humboldt State, or Cal Poly Humboldt, and gives a presentation every year in the spring. And that's how I found out about this place. And that is how I got here, was the dive director, Peach. She came and gave a presentation on why we'd want to work here, the opportunities here. They almost hire exclusively from Humboldt, especially if you're interested in science. I know this is a business class, but if you're interested in sciences, if you're interested in kids, if you're interested in diving, I would recommend this to any and all of you. Thank you.